tomorrow. You gotta vote, vote, vote.
Your terms, good man. Cruel.
Bye-bye.
Let's wind the clocks back a year. These cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. You see, a guy like me...
Gross domestic product.
A guy like me... Look, listen. I know why...
They just built a hotel in Syria. Can you believe this?
Enough!
I want to hear proposition.
It's simple. We kill the...
Stupid. No more Merry Christmas on Starbucks.
Very poor choice of words.
Joint Chinese venture with Wing Enterprises will be a...
I love China.
Well, Mr. Lau, I speak for the rest
People
of...
say, oh, you don't like China. No, I love them.
I speak for the rest of...
I love them.
For the rest of the board.
But their leaders are much smarter than our leaders.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Kevin Hart, and this your homie Ice.
Trump steaks are the world's greatest steaks, and I mean that in every sense. When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us.
Trump is a phenomenon, unlike anything we've seen in
Donald Trump tells us that he is very, very smart. He is very, very not smart.
Of no return. $24 trillion. We will be there soon. That's when we become Greece. That's when we become a country that's unsalvageable. And we're going to be there very soon. I will build a great, great wall.
Out here, everything hurts. You want to get through this? Do as I say. Now pick up what you can and run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again. Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
I have differences of opinions with Donald Trump, but the truth is, this guy really is a pathological liar. He says the first thing that comes to his mind, I guess, he's referring to me as a communist.
Sadly, the American dream is dead. But if I get elected president, I will bring it back. Bigger and better and stronger than ever before, and we will make America great again.
Hey, what's your name?
Just to be returns.
Hello, we are here at the beautiful...
Father, how are you?
You know what, folks? We're going to take our country back from these people. We're going to take it back. These are bad, bad people. I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
You know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
I'm very proud of you.
Our politicians are all talk, no action. Millions of people are flowing across our southern border. We've got to build a real wall.
He's a hard worker.
Let's make America great again.
He's kind. He has a great heart. He will work for you and with you. Together, we will make America strong and great again.
Is it cool if I take a picture with you?
I don't care.
Just like it. Don't change your settings.
He's tough. He's smart. He's a great communicator. He's a great negotiator.
Now you work for me.
He's telling the truth. He's a great leader.
I will build a great, great wall. Nobody would be tougher on ISIS than Donald Trump. I will find within our military, I will find the General Patton, or I will find General MacArthur. I will find the right guy. Find the guy that's going to take that military and make it really work. Nobody will be pushing Donald Trump around.
they were hoping to get 150 people there, and I get there. One is, a crowd of 753. They're like, we've never seen anything like this. Then the next one was going to be like 300 people and 1,750 people. So for me, it was awesome because you just see that, and you see that desperation. They just want change. I mean, in some of those areas, one was on a Navajo reservation. That's not a conservative voting bloc. But again, they're sick of politicians coming to them every 4 years, asking them for their vote, and then we'll say, hey, the first thing we're going to do is see you again in 4 years.
Right. That's some more money.
That's what's happened time and time again. And so, it'll be interesting. But that's why I don't know that any of these models work, because there's too much of that. I hear it too many times, lifelong Democrat voting for you guys.
The number that jumps out at me, I think, a lot of times this happened in Brexit, happened in Colombia with a FARC vote. When you ask between two options, people may lie about what option, but the change number to me is what always jumps out. 76% of Americans want change.
Yeah.
So in a change election like this one, how could they possibly go for the status quo? And that's all Hillary Clinton is.
Yeah. Well, and beyond that, I think because the narrative, because the way the media has framed so much of this argument, a friend of mine was in a conference the other day, and they were asking people, so who are you voting for? Raise your hand if you're voting for Trump. Okay, so small amount of people raise their hands. And they asked the next question, which I thought was the most interesting. Raise your hand if you think your neighbor is voting for Trump. And all of a sudden, about 85% of the group raised their hand. There was that narrative that it's boxed you in a hole. You don't want to be the guy supporting Trump, but when you get in that booth, you may do it anyway.
Pull the lever.
I joke, there's wives that haven't told their husbands they're voting for Trump, and husbands that haven't told their wives.
And they both will.
And they both will. And, and again, I hear that because I see the people that come up to me that are just all in, and they're just, I love you guys are the best. And I also see the people that are like, we love you guys, keep doing it. They won't say it loud, they're looking around to make sure that no one's watching.
We love them both.
We'll take them all. But that's because there has been a false narrative created. So hopefully we can change some of that, because in the end, you got to be president for all Americans. You can't just look to one group and do that. It'd be nice to be able to help everyone.
That's a great point. I think the last couple of days have really, to me, summed up the entire campaign. This barnstorming across the country, like 10 stops in 2 days. Energy through the roof at every single one of them. But I've seen Mr. Trump really make it a point to say in those rallies, I'm ready to be the president for all Americans.
100%.
As you just said. And is that maybe the biggest challenge that we're going to have coming out of the election, is Mr. Trump being that leader that's going to bring the country back together after this election?
No, I don't think that's the biggest challenge, because I've seen him time and time again do it. I've heard a lot of talk from a lot of politicians over the decades. I haven't seen a lot of action. I have seen my father. When he says something, he does it. As I said in my RNC speech, impossible is the starting point. When someone tells him it can't be done, that's his call to action. That's his challenge. And so, I think he'll do that. I think he's done that in this thing. He's going to places that Republicans wouldn't waste their time. Minnesota, Michigan, they wouldn't spend the time. But in the end, you got to fight for everyone. Fight for each one of those votes and spend the time there. And I think it's been awesome to see him do that, because, again, how many Republican candidates in the last, in our recent memory have we seen going into the inner cities to talk, even if it's unpopular? Look, my father went to go meet with the president of Mexico despite a controversy, because he has the guts to go have that conversation. Not just stick his head in the sand and pretend that things don't happen, but, it's that same tenacity, it's that same guts that's going to allow him to take on the challenges that so many politicians run from, because they're worried about, again, the PC narrative or whatever it may be. The political winds, every 2 seconds they change, and no one has any conviction anymore. So I think it's nice to see that, and I think the American people have seen that.
So as we wrap up and we tell people to go vote, from my perspective, Cliff's perspective, this campaign's perspective, we want to thank you personally, your whole family. You all have been such an inspiration. I've had the pleasure and honor of knowing you guys for a while, and even before this run started, the dedication, the commitment to this country, commitment to creating jobs, but since this run, the inspiration that you personally, your whole family, and of course your dad, have given to us as this campaign, but to all America, has been really unbelievable. So we're very thankful.
Well, like I said, it's for me, it's been an honor to be able to do it. It's been amazing, and I'm just happy to be a small part of the process. Happy to be in the fight with the American people, because that's what it is. We've said it. It's not a campaign; it's a movement. So I'm just another small part of that movement along with them. It's been great to be in a foxhole with them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Trump Tower Live, Donald Trump Jr. Go vote.
her criminal
care about small business. Everybody in my town is voting for the same person. Guess who that person might be?
Mr. Trump.
Donald J. Trump. And how about Mr. Trump this morning? How great did he look? How
Amazing.
excited is he?